What is up, everybody? Well, as the title says, I bought a mini cafe racer and I love it. Now, it's mini, and what I mean by that is it literally is 10 times smaller as far as engine size than most of the motorcycles that I own. Coming from a guy that rides a 1000cc BMW and a Ducati. Those bikes are my collection. I just did a review video on a Harley that was 800cc's. So why did I end up with a 150cc motorcycle? Well, that's a great question, and I'll explain that. But let's show the bike first. It's this guy. It's like literally a miniature cafe racer. And one would say, well, how cute. Yeah, I did buy this bike, and it's kind of funny. I don't really have a good reason as to why I bought it. It was a really good price. I essentially got this motorcycle for $700, and now you're probably asking, well, how'd you get this for $700? Is it stolen? That's another good question. It was on Facebook Marketplace. I was browsing, and this popped up in my feed, and well, I couldn't say no. The story behind it is it sat for 2 years in this woman's garage. She rode it maybe, she said, 6 times, and then it sat. I think she just was that type of person that got coaxed into buying a motorcycle and truly didn't want to ride a motorcycle. So it didn't run. The gas in it was terrible smelling, and I bought it as is for $700. It took me all but 15 minutes. Charge the battery, put some fresh gas, drain the old stuff out, and it fired right up. So I ended up with this small bike, and why I wanted a small bike was I wanted something that was compact, super lightweight, fuel efficient, and got me from point A to point B and could be loaded up on the back of my camper. And this is the perfect motorcycle for that, because it's literally 150 cc's. It's a 4-stroke, maintenance free, and well, I shouldn't say maintenance free, but it's low maintenance. And it's new. We're talking, this is a 2016. So I ended up with this bike, and I wanted another small bike because I had other small bikes prior to that. I had a Honda CL350 1971, which was an awesome bike, but it had its pros and it had its cons. Its pros were, it's a Honda, pretty darn reliable. It was actually way faster than I expected out of a 350 twin, and it was compact. The cons were is it was a dual carb system, and I never fully got it tuned 100% as much as I tried. And that kind of frustrated me. And it was older technology, didn't have electric start, so it had these little finicky quirks, but overall it was a great bike. This is brand new, essentially. I mean, I bought it with 600 miles, and 500 miles actually, and I put about, I think I have 1,035 on it now. It is based off a Honda. It's a Honda 150. It's essentially a CB150 engine, but it's made by an off manufacturer. It's called a Sym Wolf Classic 150. It's got disc brakes. It's a 4-stroke single engine, 150 cc's, and it's a 5-speed manual. It's got both options. It's got kickstart as well as electric start. It's got modernism gauges. Everything is it's vintage looking, but it's modern. And that's what I loved about it. It's the perfect compact motorcycle. And I've always kind of liked these because it's got that vintage vibe, but it's essentially a brand new motorcycle. It also even has passenger pegs. And my girlfriend would ride with me on this all the time. And this little thing, for being 150 cc's, I did 71 miles an hour on it. I was shocked. I did not expect that. And it blew me away. It's actually way sportier than you'd expect. So yeah, I've had this bike for just a little over a year now, and I mean, it fires right up. This is your choke, turn the key on, you have neutral light, low fuel light, turn signals, and brights, kill switch, and yeah, you know what I just did here. Apparently, oh, that's a great question. I'm like, why didn't it start? There we go, neutral light. Like I said, it essentially is a Honda CB150 engine. Big, bright lights, very compact, and it had these redundancies that I liked because it has, if your battery's ever dead, you can kickstart it. But yeah, the manufacturer is Sanyan. I'm probably saying that wrong. And I was skeptical because it's a Korean copy or a Chinese or a Vietnamese copy. So I was a little skeptical, but for the price that it was, I was like, I mean, it's 700 bucks. If it blows up, it blows up. It's not like it broke the bank. So I bought it, and to my shock, it has been absolutely bulletproof. I've literally done nothing to it. I just ride it everywhere. Take it to the grocery store. It fits on the back of my camper. It's crazy light. I mean, ridiculously light. So if you're wanting to get into motorcycling and you're like, oh, everything's too heavy, I just want something to bomb around the city, I would choose this bike over a scooter any day, even a 150cc scooter. This is way more fun, gives you that motorcycle vibe, and it's that mini cafe racer vibe. And I think the reliability of it is, I mean, it's easy to work on. Your carburetor's right here, spark plug, I mean, everything is right there. It literally is a modern CB150. So one's asking, well, it's a Chinese copy or a Vietnamese copy. Is it that reliable? And to answer your question, it's been incredible. Keep in mind, I only have 1,000 miles on it. But if you read a lot of the reviews online, there's people that have 4, 5, there's even a guy that has 10,000 miles on his. All he's done is change the oil and adjusted the chain. So yeah, they're great bikes. And the price point for them, I have only seen a couple for sale. You don't see a lot of these for sale, but the price point of them is actually very reasonable. They range between, I don't know, 1,800 to 3,000, depending on where and who is selling them. And for a 150cc, it's a lot of punch for that little motor. And like I said, I did 71 miles an hour on it, and I was shocked. So overall, it's been a great motorcycle. It's super compact, and I don't plan on selling it. You know, I unfortunately, I did sell the Harley just because I love the Harley, but I just didn't ride it enough. I ride this more. This is like a blast to just, you know, hop on, go to the grocery store, load your girlfriend, ride around in the city. Would I ride this on the highway? Nah, I mean, I'll do highway speeds, but I think you're wrapping the motor out RPM wise a little pretty high. And it's more of a city bike, back roads type of bike. You know, I think that is the best way to put it. It's perfect for the city, but it's a great compact bike. So if you're looking for something that's compact, small, or you're a new rider, or you're just a guy that's been riding stuff back in the day forever and you just want something that's fun and sporty, this is the bike. It's called a Sym Wolf 150. So, well, enough of me chit-chatting. I'll give another walk around. It's got center stand and a kickstand. So you got both, which is really cool. One, you know, standard 6-speed. Actually, I'm sorry, it's 5-speed. I was wrong. This whole time I thought it was a 6-speed. These little tires, I mean, it's hilarious. Hard to believe it. This thing will do 70 miles an hour. It's kind of bananas, but yeah. Little hold bar for your passengers if they don't want to hold on to you. And like I said, it starts right up. Turn the key on, kill switch on, electric start. All these light up, they're vintage looking, everything works. I mean, it's a vintage bike with modern touches. That's what's great about it. And that's exactly what I was looking for. I was actually looking for a larger bike. They have a variant, I don't know who makes it, it's like a 400cc, but it's pretty heavy. And if you're already going to a 400cc, you might as well go, you know, to like a Bonneville, Triumph Bonneville. So for a mini motorcycle, this has been my favorite so far. And well, let's go take it for a little ride. I'm gonna do my best to. It's easy to get off the center stand. You just kind of push forward, it auto retracts. Push in, one down. brakes are one of my favorite parts. It just stops. Disc brakes all the way around. Actually, I think the rear is, sorry, the rear is drum.